I went on an adult, couples only spicy cruise. April Bliss Cruise was on Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas this year, and here is my husband Jason and me and my Shrek swinger shirt I made. Also, you have to have a name necklace, which is a huge thing in swinger travel culture. Once we got on the ship, we went straight to our safety muster station and then got food at the buffet. I bet swinger cruises go through way more pineapple than normal ones, don't you think so? After that, we checked out the activity deck, and I was so excited to be able to go down this optional slide later on in the cruise. And then we saw the swing that ironically had a sign that said swing at your own risk, which I thought was so funny. Gave the statue a show on my other socials. Our room was ready at about 1 o'clock, and here's a little tour of it. I'm not a huge fan of the decor, to be honest, on the ship, but it's still comfy and cozy. Another big swinger travel culture thing is to decorate your door. We always put memes on our door. This time we also made free stickers for people to take. I was super excited for this new addition, which was lights. And if you look closely, you can see that they're pineapples, which I was freaking out about. And here is the door after it's all finished with our spicy couples cards and whiteboard and everything, and we love how it turned out. Now I'm out of time, so I'll see you in part 2. I went on an adult, couples only spicy cruise. This is day 1, part 2 of my April Bliss cruise vlog. We left off finishing up decorating our room, and then we packed our thank you goodie bags for all of our bookings, and I was so proud of the designs I made for this sailing. We went to the pool to see our friend DJ Life of Spice play for a bit, and then it was time to get ready for dinner at the main dining room. I told Jace to pose, and he was doing the most. Jace got the table for our group, and look at my friend and my matching nails. So cute! I got crab cake for my appetizer, and it was delicious. All of the food was really great that night, especially the vegan chocolate ice cream, and it was so rich and decadent. We learned napkin folding on a vanilla ship, but I forgot how to do the lotus, but Jace remembered how to do the rose. And then it was time to get ready for the night party. The theme was Pink Dream House, which is pretty much a Barbie theme. I want to do a spin on the Margot Robbie Western Barbie from the movie. I was really struggling doing this blowout myself. I'm new to hair blowouts, but not the other kinds. But the whole look ended up pulling together well, and we both felt super cute. There was a pink balloon party drop at the promenade that really kicked off the vibe of the cruise, and we brought DJ Life of Spice back to our room to show him our cool lights before we went to the dance party, and I lost my nail, of course, on day 1, and this is all that I can show here. I went on an adults only spicy cruise. Day 2 of the swingers cruise was a port day in Bimini, Bahamas, but first we got breakfast at the buffet before getting off the ship. I always love getting the smoked salmon and making myself a ginormous lox bagel in the morning, and it hits the spot every single time. And Jace got a maple donut that I wanted a bite of that was surprisingly yummy because most of the time cruise pastries are pretty dry. We got off the ship and walked down to the pier to the beach, but as we were walking, I heard a sploosh on my head and a bird pooped on me. Doesn't that mean good luck or something though? I wasn't planning on getting into the water, but I did need to get the bird poo off of me, so I ended up having the most amazing time frolicking in the ocean. You know where to go for more content. And then Jace found this gorgeous shell that washed up on the shore, and we had to listen to the inside, of course, and then we took it with us. The outdoor shower was super nice, and check out his shorts. Guys, I think my husband might be a swinger. Here's us super sad because security wouldn't let us bring the shell back on the ship. I knew you couldn't bring food, but we thought shells were okay. But that's all I have time for, so come back for part 3. We have an open relationship and went on an adults-only spicy cruise. This is part 4 of my swinger cruise series, and after we got back from the beach, we went to the promenade and walked around. There's a bunch of bars, and this one had a virtual porthole, which was super interesting, but kind of cool. We got pizza at the cafe, which also had sandwiches and desserts, and I've been on a plain cheese pizza kick lately, and I was trying for a good cheese pull. This was just a 6 out of 10. We got more lunch at the buffet with our friend DJ Life of Spice and finished it off with ice cream. I was just sad they closed it every day at 9 p.m. and I never got late on ice cream. We went to the pool party and wore our favorite husband and wife simp apparel and then hosted our meetup for our bookings, and everyone was so sweet and we loved becoming new friends with everyone. Then we got dinner with the couple that we were interested in and their friends, and we had such a nice time getting to know everyone. And the night theme was pajama, and we did a Sanrio theme with our friends. Jason and I were cinema roll, and we can't show the party here, but here's our My Melody friends. We danced the night away with both old and new friends, and then we finished it at the late night buffet. Come back for part 5, which is day 3. I went on a 5-night swingers cruise, and this is day 3 of our cruise. We started off the day with a breakfast with a view, and I absolutely love looking out and seeing only water. Every day I wear a fun conversation starter graphic top that I make before the cruise, and here's today's. Here's a very small portion of what the buffet looks like, and there's definitely something for everybody. And I got my plate, and here's Jace's first of many plates. I'm preparing my salmon lox bagel as usual, and if you haven't had it before, it's cream cheese, capers, smoked salmon, cucumbers, tomatoes, lime, all on a bagel. And I did exclude the onions for this cruise, but it's seriously so yummy. I look forward to it every morning. The theme that night was going to be glow, which is everyone's favorite party. Everyone goes the hardest on glow night. We went to a seminar about lust languages, which was really educational. The drinks were adult themed, so fun. The casino had a super trippy floor, and then we went back to our room to get ready for the pool party. There was going to be spicy games that day and a bikini contest on the schedule, so we were excited to go. I made this hat that has changeable patches. Pro tip, wear reflective glasses because there's a lot of people watching on this ship, and come back for the next part of my series. Come along with me on a 5-night swingers cruise. We saw the playrooms before they opened, and the next part of day 3, we went on the activity deck for some alone time before we did more mingling and flirting with couples. We got lunch together, and our friends showed us their room, which was so sick. The video doesn't do it any justice. And we went to the activity deck again, where you could participate on everything toptional, which was so where fun. To go for more. And I went down the slide 3 different times, and it was fun every time. The stairs was the hardest part though. And we got invited to a private party and had lots of drinks, and I was really lit. And then we hosted our group dinner for our bookings, which was so sweet and wholesome. I love putting a face and personality to all of our supporters and becoming friends with you, and you're a real one if you know about this photo. The theme that night was glow, which always has the most fun outfits and vibe. I made the cutest spicy glow earrings that you can get on our shop, but I can't show much of our outfit here. The party was giving away so many of these long glow sticks, and Jason helped me put them on my arms. DJ Life of Spice did an amazing set at the party, and it was the best night dancing during the whole cruise for sure. Ended the night with late night pizza, and I'll see you in the next part for day 4. We're in an open relationship and went on a 5-night swingers cruise. Day 4 was a port day in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and most of the people were off of the ship, so we'd like to spend this time just enjoying the deck and the amenities since there's not really anybody there. We saw that there was a mini golf, and so I wanted to play, but then I couldn't find the balls, but then I found them, no worries. We saw these 2 seals in love, which looked just like me and Jace. We look the same. And we started playing some mini golf. Actually, I was the only one who played, and I made one of the holes. We went to get lunch, and I made my little spin on cruise ship huache, and it was so good, so refreshing because it was really hot out there. And we got off the ship for just a little bit, but again, it was so hot, it drained us, so we went and we took a nap after. There's my hat I decided to wear for the day. Here's my conversation starter graphic tee I wore for the day, and then we saw the piano player for a little bit. Went to the gym so we could both use the foam roller because we were feeling kind of sore and come back for the next part. I went on an adults only spicy cruise, and this is day 4 of our swingers cruise. We got some ice cream, and then I went to the sauna, and no one's ever at these amenities, I swear. There was a sail away party when we were leaving the Dominican Republic, so such a beautiful view. I wanted to show off my shirt that I made and I drew, and it's me. It's so cute. We had dinner with a couple who we were really trying to impress. It did go really well though. The conversation was awesome. It felt so comfortable. Definitely think we planted our seed there, and there's a high chance that they could be watching this right now. So if you're watching this, you guys know who you are, and I can't wait to see you guys in Florida. After dinner, we went on a tour to look at some of the different door decorations. The theme that night was fashion, and can't really show our outfits here. We danced at the party for maybe an hour and a half, and then we orchestrated a 3-couple spicy after party that was very spicy and fun. And we actually had a bar was closed because we couldn't wear what we were wearing to the buffet when we all got food together. And sometime during the after party, I lost a nail. Come back for the next part. I went on an adults only spicy cruise. This is the last day of our swingers cruise. We started off the day wearing our simp rap tees of each other, our absolute favorites. We made a rule that if it was 4 flights of stairs or below, we would actually take the stairs, but we were still struggling by the end of it. Here is our breakfast, our last breakfast of the cruise. Delicious every time. And then it was time for the saddest part of the cruise, which is packing up, putting everything away. And we were really good this time because we wanted to get it done before we went out to the parties and everything, so we didn't have to deal with it later. So we started packing at like noon. But look how sad I am taking off our door decorations. It just ended up looking so boring. I also kept forgetting which room was ours because we didn't have light to guide us anymore. But it was time for us to get ready for the pool party. There is my shirt of the day, and I wore my husband pasties, or as someone called them, JASE'S. And there is my custom hat I wore of the day as well. When we got out to the pool deck, we saw how windy it was, and come back for the next part. We have an open relationship and went on a 5-night spicy cruise. We got lunch and we sat at my favorite section, which is the back of the boat where you can see the boat make that trail. I just think it's so pretty and serene. There was a cool ice skating show going on, and then we went back to the activity deck and I went down the slides a few more times. On swingers cruises, you have to swing at your own risk, obviously. So I went and I swung on the swings to dry myself off after I went on the slides, and then played the worst game of ping pong ever. We went and had dinner with a bunch of friends. It was a really big table that night. I got one last steak. I'm really gonna miss eating all the food on the ship. Everything was just so good. How cool is this animal towel that the stateroom attendant left us? The night theme was Friday Night Lights, and we were inspired by Lil Nas X, and us and one other couple, actually the My Melody couple, we were all wearing the same cheerleading outfits. It was so fun prancing around with them and dancing. And that wraps it up for Bliss Cruise 2024. We had such an amazing time and can't wait for the next one.
I went on an adults-only spicy cruise that was wild. Here's day one. We started off by packing our stuff up in Orlando so that we could take on a 45-minute drive to Port Canaveral. This year we were on the Mariner of the Seas, which was an amazing ship. It was my birthday this year, so I could not be more excited to get on the boat. The first thing we did when we got on the ship was go up to our muster station so we get all checked in. We went to the buffet and they had all these special things made specifically for the cruise, which was really cool. We had ourselves a nice little lunch. We headed up to the slides because we wanted to see what it looked like before it got really busy, and everyone knows you have to swing at your own risk on these cruises. We got to our room and we were super happy because our luggage was already there. We went around, gave you guys a little room tour so you could see what our room looked like on this ship. Got all of my shirts unpacked, all of the swinger essentials. We got our bags together so that we could give out to people who booked through us this year, and then we went to see our friend DJ Life of Spice, who did absolutely amazing. We started to decorate our door, which is a huge thing on swinger cruise culture. We like to print out memes. We got the upside down pineapples, and this year we have these new lights. And that's all I have time for, so I will see you in part 2 of day 1. I went on an adult-only spicy cruise that had some insane playrooms. We actually stopped by them before they opened so we could see how huge they actually were. We headed back to our cabin so we could get finished decorating. I think the vibes in here are really just immaculate. I mean, look at it. We got upside down pineapples. What else could you even need for a swingers cruise? It was time for dinner, so we got ready. We went out to the main dining room to get dinner. Look at the size of this place. It was huge, so beautiful. We had dinner with several of our friends that we came with. I got a crab cake for my starter, and then everyone at the table pretty much got this prime rib, which is actually extremely good. I got a royal cheesecake, which is one of my favorite desserts. Bella got some vegan ice cream. We got ready for the party that night, which was a Barbie Dreamland pink party. We absolutely loved our outfits. We wanted to show DJ Life of Spice the meme of him and his wife on our door. He ended up really enjoying it. After that, we went up to the karaoke so that we could see what was going on, but we really wanted to go down to the promenade so we could see the main party. We wanted to see the balloons drop. That's really all I can share about what happened that night on this platform, but you know where to find more? Okay, I'll see you on day 2. Bye! I'm in an open relationship, and I went on a wild adults-only spicy cruise, and here's day 2, part 1. Started off at the Windjammer for a nice little breakfast before we got off the boat. They have so many options here, which makes it really nice for anyone with dietary restrictions. I got a maple donut and salmon for breakfast. We got off the boat in Bimini, Bahamas. It was our first time there. This island is so nice. The water is insanely blue. Such a beautiful spot. And then Bella, well, she got pooped on, but I think that's good luck or something, right? We walked to the beach anyway, and it was just such a beautiful beach. The weather was absolutely perfect that day. We hung out for a while together. We both swam for a little while, and then Bella swam even longer than me. You know where to find behind the scenes of that. But guys, look at this shell. Are you kidding me? It's so cool. I mean, it looks like something out of a magazine that you would buy. I tried to take it back with me as a little souvenir from Bliss. Turns out you can't do that, so they took it from me. We went down to the promenade so we could walk around. They have these cool bars, restaurants, food. It's just a really cool vibe down there. And I am all out of time, so you can see the night party goes in day 2, part 2. We're in an open relationship, and we're on an adults-only spicy cruise, and here is part 2 of day 2. Here I am getting my first lunch of 3 today. We stopped at the Cafe Promenade to get pizza. Cute little area where you're able to sit, and then here is this beautiful obstructed view. We checked out the planes before they opened, and they're so big, so nice, so many beds on this ship. And then I went to lunch number 2 at the buffet. We had lunch with DJ Life of Spice, and he's just such a nice guy. We got to catch up because honestly, we haven't got to hang out with each other in a couple years. So it was really nice just to hang out after not seeing each other for a while. Here we go, lunch number 3. Went to the hot dog stand. I mean, look at that dog. Absolutely stunning. With the view. We got ready for the pool party so we could go see DJ Life of Spice DJ. I mean, clearly the vibes were great. Look at Bella dancing here. We got dinner with another one of our groups of friends. I got a steak for my main meal, and Bella got a macaroni and cheese. I got a brownie for dessert, and then we went and got ready. It was pajama night, so we went as Sanrio characters. That's all I can show you from that night, but you guys know where to go to find behind the scenes. I will see you guys in day 3. Bye! I went on a 5-night swinger cruise, and you won't believe the name they gave the drinks. Here's the morning of day 3. Started off with a nice little breakfast in the buffet. I had some salmon, a muffin. It wasn't the best. Bella's breakfast looked pretty good, but I just really loved her shirt this day. This was our first time on a swingers cruise, stopping at one of the seminars. It's about the lust languages, which is actually really informative and cool. And if you were wondering, yes, they do make special drinks on these cruises. We decided to stop at the casino because they were doing a topless blackjack, which, I mean, why not stop by? Also, look how trippy this floor is in the casino. We went back to our room to get ready for the pool party, and I mean, check out our outfits. You know we have to stay rocking that swinger gear all the time. We decided before we went to the actual pool party, we wanted to take a little bit of a break. It's really important to these cruises just to take time some time for yourself, take time as a couple when it's not quite as busy and hectic. We went by the buffet. I want to show you some of the options they have. There's literally so many options on these cruise ships. I mean, anyone can eat here, even if you have some sort of food restriction. Here's the plate of food I ended up going with. We ended up having such a nice conversation with this couple we met next to us. We had beautiful view from our lunch. But that's all I have time for, so we'll pick up the adult water slides in the next video. I'm a swinger and I went on an adults-only couples cruise, and the glow party was sick. Here's the second half of day 3. Looking up here at the optional water slides, these things were so much fun. The worst part was honestly walking up those stairs right there because there was so many. I walked by this room and they had these free candy bars like the Good Houses on Halloween did, the full size. So I ate one of those, watched people on the flow rider, which was such a blast. We then kind of randomly got invited to this private party in one of the lounges, which they were giving out free drinks with this view. So honestly, no complaints from me there. We headed to dinner for one of my favorite events the entire cruise, which was the meetup for all the people who booked through us. We had such a great group of people, had such nice conversations. It was so much fun. One of the couples even brought glow sticks for everybody since it was glow night that night. We got ready for glow night, which was one of the best parties on the entire ship. Here's me proving to you what I was wearing was actually glowing. I also really love to put these little glow sticks in my shoes. It's one of my favorite things to do for glow night. Saw my boy DJ Life of Spice on the promenade, and that's all I can really show you from this part of the night, so you know where to go for behind the scenes. Then I ended the night by doing this embarrassing job of getting ranch. Alright, I'll see you in day 4. Look at this outdoor playroom. I went on an insane adult-only spicy cruise, and here's day 4. We were in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. First time we've ever been here, and the island looked absolutely beautiful. Started off by making some content when the ship was a little bit empty. Check out these new things that we have at our shop. I absolutely love them. They're towel holders with these upside down pineapples, all sorts of different designs. This vanilla ship pulled up next to us, so you know we had to wave at them to let them know swingers are normal people too. We're friendly. We moved to the other side of the ship so we could finish filming. I just could not get over how beautiful this view of this island was. Headed up to the outdoor playroom so we could see it was closed. Look at the size of it. It was huge. 16 beds up here. We decided we went to check out the mini golf course, which is always fun on these ships. Would you believe me if I told you this is not the first whale tail and clam I had seen on this cruise? Bella really wanted to play mini golf, but she could not find the balls anywhere. Luckily, we found them right here. And here's Bella actually playing golf. Look at this first shot. I mean, remarkable. You can clearly tell this woman has such a gift for golf. Grabbed a nice little lunch at the buffet, but that is all I have time for in this part, so I'll see you in the next part where we get off the boat in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Did you know people on adults-only spicy cruises do crazy door decorations? Day 4, part 2 of the swinger cruise takes place in Dominican Republic. Got off the boat for a little bit. It's a super cool island. Do not know why I was wearing my hat like this. Headed to the piano bar and saw this piano player nailing a Queen song. We went and sailed away from the island, which is always such a cool view. Got some ice cream to cool off. Headed back up to the outdoor playroom, and look how many beds they have up here. We got ready for dinner. That night we had a double date plan with this couple that we were really into. We had such good conversations, so much fun. That's one of my favorite things to do on the ships is have these double dates with people. Before we got ready for the night party, we wanted to go look around at all the rooms. If you didn't know, decorating your door on swingers cruises is a huge deal. We could not show all of them, but here is a couple of our favorites. These ones were so cool. Bella even wrote a little note on this door, which is so fun. Got ready for the party that night, and look at our friend's room. It is so cool. Went and saw one of our favorite DJs ever. That night we had a little group party in one of the rooms. Can't really show that on here, but it was an amazing night. I'll see y'all on day 5. We're swingers, and you won't believe the cake they made on this adult-only spicy cruise we went on. Here's the last day. You know you have to rock your wife on your clothes. Nothing gets better. We tried to take the stairs everywhere on the ship just so we could be as healthy as possible. And here is our view from breakfast. I really never get tired of looking at the ocean. Here is my questionable breakfast, which I ended up really enjoying. Then here's my second plate of breakfast, which honestly somehow looks even more questionable. And then check out this cool cake they had made for the cruise. I mean, look at her. I mean, I wouldn't say no. Here's me trying to be healthy, walking down the stairs and proving that I barely know how to walk. Then one of the most sad parts of the cruise that happens every time happened. We had to start unpacking, taking all our stuff off of our door. I mean, it truly makes me so sad because that means the cruise is almost over. I mean, look at Bella. Clearly sad. And now look how plain and ugly our door looks. I hated it. Then I had to pack away all my swinger clothes, which also sucks because that means the cruise is almost over. But we did open this Bliss bag that they gave us on day 1. There was some cool stuff in there, but my favorite was this Bliss commemorative book so we can remember the trip forever. That's all I got time for, so I'll see you guys in the final part. We're non-monogamous, and you have to see the swinger sign they had on our adults-only spicy cruise. Here's the final part. Had an amazing lunch, ate that cookie off a fork, and then saw this amazing view from the back of the ship. We went to the ice skating show, which is always neat. Then got some ice cream at the Arctic Zone just to cool off again before we went to the slides for one last time. The optional slides, one of our favorite parts of the entire ship. Then since we're swingers, of course, we had to swing on the swings. I mean, guys, the truth is, though, you have to swing at your own risk on this ship. And just to prove all the doubters that we are swingers, here's me swinging at my own risk. We spent a nice quality time together at the ping pong court, just playing some ping pong before we went to our next adventure, which was dinner. We had one more dinner in the main dining room with a big group of friends just to say goodbye, have a final farewell dinner, which was so much fun. We also may have stopped by the buffet to get some cookies for a late night treat, and then it was time to get ready for the final party, which was sports night. We both went as cheerleaders, which I thought was absolutely sick. Then we hung out in our room so we could have a little pre-party before the last dance party of the night. It was such a fun cruise, and so we'll see you on the next one. Bye!